The world has changed. We must accept that fact. People are fearful, but still, it has never been easier to connect through social media and bring people together. We are learning from others and challenging our beliefs. We are conquering our fears so we can transform ourselves and transform the world. How far can we go? It's up to us. We must conquer fear, crush mediocrity, stay motivated. In the think tank, our mission is to never settle for anything less than an extraordinary life. Welcome to the think tank with Martin Spencer. Welcome to the think tank. Today I have my old track and field buddy, Ron Jones. He competed in track and field, I competed in track and field. So we have a passion for fitness. Fitness is a lifelong thing. Welcome to the think tank, Ron.
Hi, man. How you doing, man? It's been good to see you. You look pretty sharp there, Mr. Martin Spencer. You look like you still can go out there and run about like a 10-2 right now.
That's right. That's right. Muscle memory, right? Muscle memory. Yep. Actually, yesterday, I was watching last night, as a matter of fact, I was browsing on YouTube, and I saw this 11-year-old kid, 12-year-old kid.
Yes.
Broke the AAU national record. 11'6", 12 years old.
Oh, yeah.
He was a big kid. And I watched it. There was a full lane of 8 kids, and he just left him. Strength. What you and I always talk about, strength.
Well, we're talking about strength. It's all about the strength, man.
It's all about the strength. Yes, indeed.
It's so unique, and this is why there's so many different great sprinters. And this is why there's so many people who think that they can train for track, but they really can't. So.
Yep, indeed. So let me just tell people just a little bit about Ron. Yeah, Ron, you went to Northeastern University. You ran track and field. You played football. You went to the Army. You went into the Army 7 days after graduation. Well, you had a mission. You must have been a bad kid, man.
No, so that they know that the time frame, 7 days after graduation of high school.
Right.
No, I sprained my ankle.
Okay.
And I had Notre Dame, Florida State, Michigan, SMU. Oh my God! I had Oklahoma. I would say I had some pretty good Division I schools that were interested in me.
Right.
And I was like top dog in the whole country.
Good. Yeah.
Everybody who try to deny that, they need to look up the records. I have 25 interceptions total that I intercepted.
Wow.
They took 10 back. They took 10 back because of penalty, offside, and all that. But for the record, I still, they used to call me the ball hawk.
The ball hawk. You give me the ball. Give me the ball, coach.
Get that ball.
Yeah, give me the ball, coach.
Yeah, so I ended up with 15. Still, I think I still ended up with more than anybody else in the country. One season.
Wonderful. Well, which is great. Then you went on to start your own fitness business. You had, like I said, you had Fit to Go. You had a weight loss fitness program, and now you do your cohorts. Basically, runs mobile fitness. And in this time of COVID, it is so appropriate. It is so apropos. And you and I talk about all the time. The senior citizens is a big market that a lot of people haven't tapped because they have the residual income.
Yes.
But at this point in time right now, everybody wants to work out because optimum fitness, health and nutrition, your immune system is everything right now. Everything about the immune system. Everything. So tell us a little bit about what you do and how you do it, Ron. Start from the top and come on down.
All right, what I do, like I said, I run like a cohort for my training. I would train weight loss program. A cohort is 90 days, 45 days, pay for the first 45, and then pay for the second 45.
Right.
nice program, whether your balance, your strength, your endurance, your flexibility, and just gradually give you a gradual progressive overload on how to lose weight properly
Right.
and without feeling like intimidated by someone else who like skin is a little stick because you don't have to worry about them. They're not going to be in your program.
Right.
Okay. Then I have the fitness aspect of it. People who are fitness, I call fitness, they're a little bit more, a little higher level than the people who's trying to do a weight loss. That's what they call a fitness group. Fitness group, people they're a little bit more energetic.
Right.
They're a little bit more competitive. And with them, it's the same thing. A little bit of weight loss too. A lot more endurance. Flexibility, a lot of strength, and they just want to feel good and just to have that social training,
Right.
amongst one another. So that's the fitness aspect.
Good.
And then I have the sports performance with the athletes. Of course, everybody want to get down, everybody want to be the best. My job is to make sure that these kids, guys and girls, are getting the best workout possible from a scientific study background, which, from my degree that I have, and not only that, 31 years in the business of training myself.
Right.
That's why I went back to school, and I want to separate myself from everybody else. Everybody want to train,
Right.
Everybody can't train.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you have a doctor who went to school, right?
Right.
Every doctor that probably went to school and has a degree. Well, it's not the same thing. That's not the same case for trainers. If you want to be the best trainer, I would recommend you need to do your research and try to get a little bit more education on how to become a better trainer. Not all trainers have degrees.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing with that. But in 90 days, a minimum of 10 people in each cohort, whether it's speed or athletes, fitness or weight loss.
Right.
Minimum of 10, maximum of 20. We practice the COVID guidelines. Everyone is separated, so you don't have to really worry about that. They say 6 feet, but when you get up there sweating and you're breathing, I like to keep everybody about 10.
Got 10, right.
About 10, and I keep everybody in an angle, not across from one another. I like to have them someone up here, someone behind, someone stagger. They're staggered.
Right.
That's
So is it fair to say that I can categorize you as the trainer for the stars?
Yeah, training for the stars. Anyone who looking for change.
Right.
There's a lot of people that go to the gym.
Right.
I've seen from my own eyes. A lot of people that go to the gym.
Right.
That same person has gone to that gym for almost like a year.
Mm-hmm.
They look the same. And it's just, I just don't think, there are some good trainers in gyms, but by owning a gym, working in a gym, I know for a fact,
Right.
So I had one for a while. So there's a difference between working inside of a gym setting and working outside with a trainer who really knows stuff.
Right, yeah. Because most of the people that I see that are in gyms, most of these kids who say they're personal trainers, sometimes a long time ago, when I was on the other side in Boca Raton, I actually did some personal training, and I found that, like you and I talked about it before, it can be tedious because people don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
That's why I always said to you, there's a method, you must have what I call automatic billing. So if they don't show up, you get compensated for your time. Because I had a couple times, I had a young lady, she was adamant about losing weight, and I used to meet her at a park, and she wouldn't show up half the time, but I got paid. She still pay me like $60 an hour, but they don't take it seriously. So I know what you're saying, So if you get that group, you get your cohort in groups of 10, then you can focus. If you don't show up, that's on you. But we're gonna keep going, right?
Right, we're gonna keep going. And it's like, and that's a contract. It's like I don't sway. I don't do this. I know some people say, well, I don't do this, and I don't. Well, then you're not my client. You're not the person I'm looking for. This is my business. I'm not gonna let someone else outside run my business.
Right.
Because if that's the case, then why would I go through all this? I mean, everybody's different. What I do is not for everybody. It's not meant for everybody, and that's okay.
Right.
But my business is you pay 45 days on that 46th day, 45 days, you pay for that 45 days.
Right.
The 45th day, you pay for the next 45 days.
Right. Exactly.
So it's not like, well, I'm gonna give it to you next week. No, we're not doing that.
No.
Because like I said, I went to school because I have a school loan.
Right.
That's it would probably take more than, I would say, 45 people that I would charge to even come to that loan amount.
Right.
And like we go to school, we got a science degree. They I think like $120,000, $130,000. We gotta pay that.
Right. Oh yeah. But so that's why you started the business, because it's a revenue generator. You got to generate revenue, and you have the knowledge. I mean, I know you have the knowledge, because you and I have talked several times, and I still run. I run masters track and field. I took a year off, but getting back in the game, even if I know a lot, if I need a trainer, I say, Ron, I need 30 days of your time, but I know I have to compensate you, because now you can look at me, you can see how I run, my cadence, and say, Martin, this is what I suggest. Okay, I'm sure I'm an athlete, but I'm not a coach.
Right.
Okay? You look at it from a coach perspective, and that's why people need personal trainers, because you look at it from a different, even if you're an athlete, because that's why first happened. Tom Brady has coaches. Yes, he still has throwing coaches. How to throw, he changes cadence, he changes mechanics. You even as good as he is, you still need a coach. You still need someone who can look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah, it's funny you said that.
Fundamentals, yes.
Yeah, I was watching the game, not to get off the subject, but I was watching the game, excuse me, when they were playing the New Orleans Saints.
Right.
And I was watching him. At first, he was fresh. Real fresh. And then as the game went on, his explosive energy changed.
Right.
And a lot of it has a lot to do with his age.
Right.
And me knowing this is what I do, I can see, because I know the game is fast.
Right.
I can see that he lost several steps.
You think he lost a step, right?
I think he lost more than a step.
Wow.
So it's just a lot when people say a step. I mean, people have been saying, "Oh, he lost a step." Well, no, he lost a few steps. So this is like anything else. And it's just like go back when they say, well, like history.
Right.
400 years. Oh, it's been 400 years, 400 years. How long have we been hearing that?
Right.
It's been longer than 400 years.
Right.
Exactly. So it's the same thing when they say, oh, he lost himself. No, it's just a term. It's a bastardized term that he lost his step. No, he lost a couple steps.
Right.
And that's the thing when I teach, my clients. All my clients, whether you're in a cohort for weight loss, you're in a cohort for fitness, or you're in a cohort for sports training.
Right.
I teach everybody about the anatomy and the importance of the anatomy and the importance of where your proper energy sources, your natural energy sources come from. From the mitochondria. Not just because we're really big on, I would say. Well, we need to get like some carbohydrates. Okay, well, that's fine. But then I think the problem is people don't understand how the Krebs cycle actually really works.
Right.
So we get into that another day, and this is why everybody's so misconstrued on carbohydrates instead of instead of ketogenics, white fats, brown fats, thermogenic, less oxidative stress when you're working out. It's a whole lot that goes into that, and I teach people that. I'm not a nutritionist, but I'm educated enough to know where you should be if you're going to get the best results in any three of those cohorts.
Right, right, right. So, but we also talked about nutrition being
Mhm.
such a great component of any exercise program. Give
Oh,
me,
absolutely.
give me your take on that.
Nutrition is huge. Nutrition is something that is real broad. And when I say
Right.
real broad, because there's so many different diets
Oh,
that are out
man. Sure.
there. There's so many diets, and we like we say we all call them
Right.
fast diets. And I remember one time my grandmother said to me, "God, listen, Dad, she died in '97." She said, "Baby, you may not have come from a family that had a lot of money, and all
Mhm.
that type of stuff.
Right,
But
right.
we always tried to feed you greens. Yeah, we had fried chicken and all that type of stuff." She said, "But I always tried to feed you the good stuff that you really, really
Right.
needed because you were an athlete and you needed to eat different."
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother said this, and she wasn't a nutritionist.
Wow.
So she said, "I know that you're different. Your food needs to be different
Right,
to be able to maintain your energy.
right,
So you need to eat more avocado.
right.
You know what I'm saying?"
Mhm.
I'm like, my folks would eat avocados like that.
I know.
you know, it's like, but people like, yeah, avocados. I'm like, oh wow.
She had that infinite wisdom. She had that wisdom. She knew exactly.
Mhm. Yeah, good fat, oil, and all this type of stuff. Olive oil, you
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
coconut water. I'm like, okay. I'm like, cool,
Yeah.
cool. So I would have to say nutrition is huge
It's huge.
for everybody. And then people have so many illnesses and issues
Hmm.
and inflammation and stuff like
Oh
that.
man.
So they just take all these different types of uh, uh, diets, and then and
Hmm.
they really don't know if it's
Hmm.
glycolysis, if they need to stay away from glucose, or they don't know. They just because they don't understand what it really means to have a thermogenic body, where that it's you know it's working or it's not working, and that's why people need to get a nutritionist.
Oh yeah.
So, and like
Hmm.
I said, I deal with products. You don't they're not really advertised. I deal with products. A product called Shackley. You
Hmm.
know, Shackley products. Shackley is one of the products that I would say a lot of Olympians are on.
Hmm.
It's one of the only products that the Olympics committee allow for certain things for their athletes.
Right.
That's pretty powerful.
Hmm. It
You know,
is pretty
they don't
powerful.
they don't advertise. So for my weight loss, we use like the Prove It Challenge. For my fitness, we use the Prove It Challenge 180.
Right.
Obviously for the athletes, we have the sports, the energy, and all that type of endurance, hydrate, all that fun stuff.
Right. Right.
That portion.
Yeah. Now also we also talk about sometimes that everything starts in the gut.
Yeah. Hmm.
Your microbiome.
Your microbiome.
That
Yep.
is so
Everything
important.
starts with that.
I mean, don't get me started because you know me, I'm a fitness guy too. I can go off, man. So that's what I.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. So you know more about that than I do. So yeah, you should like
But
talk
but
about
you
and
know quite
people
a bit. I mean,
understand.
as you and I have some spoken, and I mean, you've done your research. I mean, because you're in it for as a business right now. I do it because of my health, but you in it as a business, and you and I talk every now and then. We talk about ketosis.
Yes,
Tell me
yes,
a little bit about ketosis.
right, yes.
You expand a little bit on the ketosis for me, so my guests can know what ketosis.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was trying to cut that off. The
No problem.
ketosis is what we really need to have more in our bodies to help.
Right.
It's I would say, respiration for like the lungs,
Mm-hmm.
generates more blood for the heart.
Right.
Ketosis, it 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 gives us less oxidative stress, you
Right.
know, from working in the body,
Mm-hmm.
if we're working out, and what does also the ketosis, it generates more brown fat that we need instead of more white fat,
That
you know.
adipose fat tissue, that adipose fat.
Yes, yes. and adequate fat from the body, the natural resources from the resources from the body. That's what the ketosis is, and that's what it does. And that's how it generates. Like I said, it's less stress. We don't sleep. We don't have to sleep. We sleep faster. So
Right.
what I mean by that, we recover quicker.
Right.
You know, what it does, it takes out, like I said, all the oxidative stress. It takes out all of the inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you recover faster.
Right.
You know, it kills the viruses.
Right.
You know, so we don't get sick. You
Mhm.
know, so it's like a defense mechanism, and then
Right.
also it really helps for the liver.
Right.
You know, it really cleans the liver, and that's what we really need, and that's why we say start with the gut. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what ketosis is. You know, like the ketosis, a lot of people don't understand. They can like look at the ketogenic diet. So
Right.
that's what ketosis is.
I know. They got so many diets, man. You know, one of the things that intrigues me a lot is sugar.
Mm-hmm.
What I had to go, because, you know, all of us grew up, we love sweet stuff. And it's just like a drug. It's hard to kick that sweet tip.
Yeah.
Tooth. I had to go cold turkey 3 months ago. No, nothing, sugar, period. I don't eat donuts. Oh, man, talk about donuts. I think Dunkin' Donuts, all these shops should be shut down. Because the donuts are nothing but just pure sugar. I mean, wow. A Krispy Kreme donut, I think all these shops should be shut down because they are just enhancing the fat capability of America. You know, kids love donuts, and it's just. But anyway, that's for another show. Because if you ask me about sugar, sugar should be banned because
that's probably why you see a lot of cops.
Yep. You know, you've got a lot of cops that are fat. You know, I mean, I'm not knocking them. I love cops too, man. Don't get me wrong. I don't get political, like I told you, right? But sugar content in life is really, I mean, it's just pervasive in America. Like I drink a lot of, you know, growing up, I love Coca-Cola. Then I switched to Diet Coke. When I did the research and I realized that Diet Coke is just as bad for you as a regular Coke because of the aspartame. It tricks your body into thinking that sugar is coming. And then when there's no sugar coming, then it uses the body.
Starve out and start to spaz out and start to crave.
You know, So basically, I've gone cold turkey on sugar, and I feel a lot better. I mean, as age is a natural process, and like we always say, you got your body's like a temple. You don't take care of it, it won't take care of you. And as we age, then you have to eat the right foods, and especially now in this pandemic where people are shut in, they don't go for, I mean, I don't even run lately. I have not been running lately because of my knee, but I go for a walk around every day in the sun, try to get that vitamin D in.
Get that vitamin D.
Yeah.
You know, it's with the COVID, it has done two things. A lot of people have made a lot of money from it.
Yes, and
everything that comes up, they blame it on COVID. And they're just robbing the world blind when it comes to business. They can't do this. They can't do this because of COVID. They can't do this because of COVID. Well, if you're saying that I need to wear a mask, okay, if you're saying I need to wear a mask, then why can't you still come do your job? Like, simple as, why can't you still come hook up your cable?
Bro,
you know, for someone.
That's a subject for a whole nother. Don't get me started because I can go off on that for the hour.
Yeah. So I'm like, really? So they just really using this COVID,
right,
to just get over on people.
No,
straight up just get over on people.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that people are confined to their homes. You know, even when they said we were on lockdown, I still went. Because guess what? I'm not going to sit in my home knowing that that's the house was killing you.
Exactly.
Really. And instead of just going outside, going outside in your yard or walking in your neighborhood. I mean, people were just like, really anal. Oh, we can't go anywhere. Walk in your neighborhood?
Hey, check this out. I saw a guy ride a bicycle with a mask on. That's how they put, that fear factor. He's riding a bicycle by himself with a mask on.
With a mask on.
Like driving in their cars with a mask on. It's just that fear mentality. Wow. You know, there's a bigger picture, but like you said, this is for another show. There's a bigger picture on that. But I mean, like you said, you know, you got to breathe that good prana, that good air. You know,
You
why
got
you?
breathe air, man. You got this on. That's for when you're around people.
You know,
That's
I
when
mean,
you're
yeah,
around people. If you out by yourself, you don't. If you out by yourself, you don't need to have a
you
mask.
don't need a mask. I mean, I look at people and I just,
That's just common sense.
but you see, that's what they
Common sense is not so common.
they play on ignorance of the masses. Ignorance of the masses. They want. I'm not taking any vaccine. I don't know about you. I'm not taking any vaccine. You know, you know. A vaccine takes 5 to 10 years to come to market. They want to bring this bad boy to market in 6 months.
In a year and a half.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it just anyway. I don't want to get into it because I go. I mean,
like you said, that's a whole nother story. I learned that in school where I saw a video with a young lady, well, not a young lady at the time. I think it was like in 1940 or something like that. I still have that video.
Right.
She was one of the doctors, and she was saying then that vaccine is not.
Yeah. No. It's not the answer. It's not the answer. I mean, like I said, I mean, I do a lot. I read a lot. I'm an avid reader. I mean, I listen. I watch. I don't watch TV in terms of news. I mean, just to watch news. I mean, I'm doing other things while it's on. So I listen to everything. I listen to Fox, CNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS News. I listen to the world, and I call myself.
So many messages.
Right. What I call myself a citizen scientist. Okay. Yeah. You're not going to tell me how to think. Nobody will. Not the president. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. I have the ability to think for myself. I discern. I gather information and I discern. I figure it out. You know, and I've always been that way. You know, I don't get my news. You know how some people get all the news from Fox. It's all Republican, or you get all the news from CNN, which is Democratic, more based. No, I listen to everybody. Then I make my own decision, and that's how we should all be. We should all discern and gather our own information. Anyway, but we don't want to digress too much on it. We don't want to go into there.
No.
But
I see the passion, though. I see the passion.
Oh, trust me, man. You know, I'm gonna do a whole show on that. You know, I listen to everybody in that space, conspiracy theory or not. Then I decide. Nobody decides. I make my decision. You're not going to tell me that I have to take a vaccine which has a chip in it, which you want to track my movements all over the world. Again, don't get me started on that. Okay. You know, but so Ron's mobile training right now is big. That's your baby right now, especially in this time of COVID. Yeah. You will come to anybody. You meet them in the park, meet them in a home, wherever they want. You're accessible to. That's you make it accessible for to be healthy and fit.
Right. Well, I'm only going to come to you if there's 10 people.
10 people, right? So
I'm not coming to you if there's no people. I mean,
right.
A cohort is 10 people,
right,
or more.
Right.
Max is 20.
So let me
just because someone want to train,
right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's why they got to share the information, and it's beneficial for them.
Right.
Hey, I want to do this training. I want to do this cohort.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get 10 people. I know 10 people that may want to work out.
There you go. No, I mean, so if I called you and I need to work, I say, and you tell me, okay, yes, I can do it, but I have a cohort program. I need you to get 9 of your buddies. Do I get a discount if I bring in 9 people and I put the group together?
You will get that discount at the end. I won't give that discount before, because if I gave you that discount before, which I've seen this happen,
there's no incentive.
Out of 10,
right?
It's kind of like, you know, but I look at it like it shouldn't be a discount. I look at it like everybody should put forth effort and put some skin in the game.
Skin in the game, right?
We live in a Walmart society.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's what we live in. We live in a Walmart and a Groupon society.
A Groupon, yes.
So that's the first thing people want. People want a discount. They want to do this. No, I'm not doing that, because you know why? They didn't give me a discount in school.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
no, they didn't. I
didn't get a discount for my degree. I didn't get a discount for that school loan.
No.
I'm looking at it. It's like $130,000. I'm like, so where's the discount?
And years afterwards, you're still paying for that school. Right.
So no, so people like this say, well, he don't do a discount, so I'm not gonna go to him. Guess what? You're not my client.
You're not my client.
Yeah. You're not my client. You know? I don't want people that can't afford to pay anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the part. That's the way.
But it gives value to what you do.
Yeah.
value to what you do, period. Because you know the
And,
value of your
and
time.
think about it. Right. Here's the thing. When they want a discount, they don't understand the time,
Mm-hmm.
that you generated the program,
Right.
the experience, and the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge and the know-how to run a
Right.
legitimate
Right.
superior program.
Mm-hmm.
The science. You
Right.
know, they don't they don't care about all that. They just see a dollar sign.
Right.
But that dollar sign does not dictate what I'm giving
Well, it's like
you.
going to it's like you said, you use the analogy, it's like going to a doctor. When you go to your doctor, you're not asking for a discount, do
Hmm?
you? You don't give you a
You know
discount. No, that's
You
it.
go to the doctor, and you know doggone well that doctor is yang yang yee hi. You know that doctor. You can go to a doctor visit, and
Mm,
they charge you $100 for a doctor visit.
right. Mm-hmm.
$100? I'm like, seriously?
And
Well,
you,
your insurance, That's why you have insurance. Some
I've
people
never seen
have.
anybody got a discount from a doctor, right? Or,
Some,
or an attorney. No, no, no discount because they went to
some
school.
people pay.
Right.
Yeah, some people pay like $2 uh, uh, copay. Some people pay $10 copay. Some people pay
Right.
$20 copay. It's not a bad. But
Right.
like I remember one time I used to walk in there. I used to pay like $5 for copay.
Right. Right.
That's a copay.
Right.
But you better believe they get more than that on the back end.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trust
It's
me.
just a service.
That's an incentive for you to come in.
That's an incentive for you to come in. So when people always talk about a discount, right then I know for a fact, number one, they probably can't afford the service.
Right.
B, their mind is not where it should be.
Right.
Instead of trying to focus, because it's like this: you can't put a value on your health.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot put a value on your health
No, you
because
can't.
what I'm charging you to stay healthy
Right.
compared to what they're gonna charge you when you're not healthy.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Yep.
You think that I'm charging you a lot of money. It's like, let's say for my cohort, let's just say it's uh, $339.
Right.
And this is based off of the sports
Right.
training, okay? Because they pay for a month and a half, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They pay for the first month, and then they pay for the half month, and then the next 45 days they just pay off, whatever.
Right.
So in a sense, they're not paying as much on the back end. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
What if I said, okay, you don't get any of that. I'm charging you $99 a month for
Right.
my training, for my fitness, and my weight loss program. You pay
Mm-hmm.
$99 a month.
Right.
Now I say, now my cohort involves this prove it challenge. Prove
Mm-hmm.
it challenge is 159. Now my fitness and my weight loss, they paying $259. You get it?
Right.
Paying $259. $99, which is $100.
Mm-hmm.
$159, $159, that's $259. So you basically paying $259, for that first month.
Right.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you're paying. And then the second month, you're paying the $99.
Right.
Third month, you're paying the $99.
Mm-hmm.
So when people always ask for a discount, like, wait a minute, why would I do that? And I'm already giving you one.
Right.
So there's no value in giving people discounts.
No. No.
There's no value in that.
No. No.
And the reason why I said on the back end, because you have to get credibility.
Right.
You have to form credibility.
Mm-hmm.
People have to show you that they are mentally sound, not just physically sound.
Right.
That's why some of my cohorts, I have strength, endurance, flexibility, mental.
Oh, you put mental in there too, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, mental, and because they don't understand, because I do certain workouts. I can do a simple workout,
Right.
and we just do that workout, that particular exercise.
Right.
For instance, we'll do that particular exercise for 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm. For a reason.
For a reason.
Yep.
And not just so that you're trying to lose weight or whatever. No, you're doing it to master the movement.
Right.
One.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you're doing it to strengthen the mind and not just your muscle. We always work on strengthening our bodies and strengthening our minds. We want to get strong and we want to push all this weight. But our mind, when it comes to certain things, are some of the weakest things. That's why we get injured.
Yeah. Well, I always say that, you know, one of the things that I pride myself in doing is I decide. If I want to do something, I decide. I just make a decision.
Hmm?
Once that decision is made, it's a done deal. I'm not going back.
Right.
Because I've already vacillated my mind, all the things I want to talk about, all the things I want to do. But once I decide, it's a done deal.
Mhm.
You know, wanted to start my talk show. I decided.
Mhm.
You know, I put a deadline and I decided, and that's it. Like Steve, I always give props to Steve Harvey. You want to do something, you got to jump. You would never know what's on the other side of the fence if you don't jump over it, right? Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like anything. And that's why, and like you said, a lot of people take fitness for granted. A lot of people take training, personal training for granted.
Right.
You know, I was talking to someone the other day, you know, and she kept bringing up, well, I went to this guy, I went to this guy, I went to this guy,
Right.
I went to this guy. And he only charged $20.
Oh, go back.
He only charged this guy. And I said, well,
go back over there, right?
I said, why do you keep bringing up what he charged you?
Right.
You know, I'm like, there's no way that any trainer to have a half a brain to even know half of the stuff that I know will charge you $20 for a personal training session.
Exactly. But you know, I know it's mind blowing. But you know, I don't even do with that on that level. Just the fact that we both spent 4 years in college, in university, and the training that we got, the coaches that we learned from. I still remember my coach, how he took me by the hand. Even in high school, I thought I was a badass, right? In high school, I came to college, and at university, it's like, well, I was nothing. You know what I'm saying? I had to strive for that excellence. I had to strive.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
Right. Everybody there was on par. In high school, I was just better than everybody. But then when I came to college, university, man, my ego came down very fast.
And that's what I'm saying, because now you're moving up, you're developing. So you're going to a next best thing.
Yes.
And it's the same way in college. When you get out of college, you go to the pros, you're supposed to go to college, go to the pros, where you're going to run into somebody that's going to just tear you up. And it's all about respect. And it shouldn't be you're here and you go to this level and you just dominate.
No.
You come out of college and then you go to the pros, you just dominate the pros.
No, nobody dominates. You know, you have to
there's something wrong with the pros if you just come right out of college and you start dominating the pros.
There's very
on any level.
Exceptionally. Guys like Kobe, 1 in 10 million go from to the pros.
That's what I'm saying. It's something wrong if you come out and start just dominating the next level like that. Maybe they need to reconsider their athletes.
Right. Well, that's why a lot of they were saying they were stopping athletes from the high school to the pros. You have to have that intermediary. You know, number one, your body's not developed. The strength, the workout level is. You know how the pros work out, man? Like twice a day, three times a day. Then the guys that are motivated after practice, like Jerry Rice with the 49ers, after practice, he'd stay on the field for another hour and a half, catching passes, running down. That's that work ethic. That's work above the best. You know,
it's mental too. It's mental, mental as well.
Exactly. You know, because
a lot of people don't have that. They just want it, but they don't really know how to get it. But they see other people. And what I do see a lot in the training industry, I see a whole lot of shortcuts.
Shortcuts, yeah. There's no shortcuts for fitness. Even Tom Brady, I'm going back to Tom Brady. Even Tom Brady is at 40 right now. This guy has a personal chef. He eats well. His regimen is just amazing. To compete at that level, at 40, with these 25-year-old kids coming on, these linemen coming to cream you. You got to be able to withstand all that heat. So he takes care of his body. He is fanatical about his body.
He is.
That's why he's at that level still.
Right. So when I mentioned about him earlier about the step that he lost, I mean, I can see but he's still better than what 90%.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's just that I'm accustomed to just seeing athletes do
Right.
certain things for so long, and I can clearly see he is not the same person
Oh, yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
But they surround him with
three.
surrounded him with a bunch of good athletes, so they can make
And
him
that's what I'm saying. Because now the timing is off. So it wasn't saying that, hey, he's not gonna make it. I'm not saying that. I did say, I said to one of my friends, I said, you know what? I said, if Tom throws for over 300, if Tom throws 3,000 yards this year, they're probably not going to the Super Bowl.
I know.
If he throws for 3,000 yards, they're probably not going to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Which is possible, you know.
Okay. Let me just, I just saw something on my notes there. You had an interview with ESPN, didn't you, some time ago?
I did.
Yeah, tell us about that quickly before you wrap up. What was the interview about?
The interview was about ESPN. Was that no, which one? There were.
Oh, you had several. Man, you're big time now, boy.
Yeah. I had okay, several months ago when I
Right.
was here in Tampa. Is that when you were talking about?
Probably when I saw you.
Training. Okay, when I was at UT, University of Tampa.
University of Tampa, right?
I was there training Carlton Meadows, who's running the Masters.
Okay.
He was going for the Masters
Mm-hmm.
Olympics. And then he got injured, so he really didn't make it. But I was training him at the time.
Right.
And, he knew one of the ladies that was at ESPN, and they was asking him how was he preparing for it and all this type of stuff, and he was like, one and only Ron Jones, Steve Gould.
One and only Ron Jones. There you go.
And he was like, he's like, really? So, well, we want to interview him, see what type of stuff he does. So I have my machine that I showed you, the GX boat.
Okay.
So I had the GX boat out there, and I was explaining to them the difference between just a regular sled and the GX.
Regular sled, right? Mm-hmm.
And I had him walk just regular with the GX boat.
Right.
And it was taxing everything.
Okay.
Isolating, just taxing everything. And it was like, wow. And then they kind of looked at it, and I was teasing with it. I said, you want to get in this? You're like, I can't, I don't have no shoes. And I'm like, we're on turf. We're on the track. You can take your shoes off.
I got you. That's good.
So, but that's what it was. That they were talking to me about my training methods and things like that, and how well did I. They were like, so they did some read up on me, and they saw that I had a lot of.
No, but anybody that can make it on ESPN, that's a sports magnet right there. So to be recognized by ESPN, it's just it's something that most trainers would aspire to, and that the fact that they came to you. Before they come to you, they do their research and they realize, is this guy really the real deal or not? And you were the real deal.
Yeah, it's just so funny when people always, compare, because a lot of people really don't know me, and you know me. I'm not really out there like, I'm such a, I'm very humble. I do what I want, and I'm kind of like, I go by someone, I get a referral.
Well, that's why I invited you in, because I know your background, I know your passion for fitness, the passion for helping people. You help a lot of kids in high school. You do a lot of pro bono work. So for you, it's about business too, but you also give back. And that's what I like what you do. You give back. You're passionate about health and wellness from every level. The high school, junior high school, the high school level, the pro level. If you have money, if you don't have any money, we work it out. I have a program. This is who Ron is. Well, Ron, it's been really great, man. You gave so much value, so much good information. I wish you all the best going forward, man. I know it's not easy, especially with COVID right now. Yeah. And you're pivoting. Like I always say, whenever things get tough, we get tougher. You figure it out.
Pivot. You gotta learn how to pivot.
You gotta pivot, exactly. Yeah. So let me ask you, so if anybody wants to get a hold of Ron for your services, how does one get a hold of you?
Well, they can email me at ronjones426.
Ron Jones 426 at hotmail.com. Ron Jones
426 at hotmail.com.
Right.
They can give me a call at 303-505-9065.
Okay, one more time. What's that? What's that phone number?
Phone number again is 303 505 9065.
9065. That's Ron's number.
So they can call me there. And if they want to see some of the things that I do, they can go to my website, is a newbreedofspeed.com. A newbreedofspeed.com. newbreedofspeed.com.
A
All
new
one word.
breed of what's the last one?
A new breed of speed.
Oh, I'm sorry. A new breed of speed.com.
.com.
A new breed of speed.com.
Yes.
And there's all your programs, everything on there. As a matter of fact, I haven't been on there. I'm gonna check it out, man. I might need your services, man. You know, because I'm getting back into on that track there within the next 6 months.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I just have basically, some of the little flyers that I have, some of the little the workouts that I'm doing right now, and like I said, I'm in the process of updating
Right.
with my new cohort stuff that we're talking about right now,
A new cohort.
and the training, the mobile training that is. But if anyone want to know anything about what I do, some of the things that I do,
Right.
I have lots of videos.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They can look me up. They can look me up on Ron Jones YouTube, Tampa. I mean, all that. They can find me. Yeah, Fit to Go Training, Ron Jones Fit to Go Training.
All you got to do is Google Ron Jones. It's like Google
Ron Jones Tampa,
exactly.
Fitness Tampa, and boom.
I mean, you
right
made your life about fitness, and I appreciate that. I mean, you and I have talked for several. We've known each other for several years, and there's not a time that we don't talk. We don't talk about fitness. Something about fitness.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We got to get it, And I think coming into, like you said, coming into the holidays, and then the weather's going to be changing. People don't understand it. Like they talk about wear a mask,
right.
Wash your hands, keep social distancing. But I'm like, okay, that's all well and fine, but you're not. I don't hear them saying, okay, so you need to pretty much try to do this for your immune system.
Right.
Drink your orange juice or eat your oranges for vitamin C. Get out in the sun for vitamin D.
Yep.
Vitamin D deficiency is very, very a lot of cause of catching COVID. All that type of stuff. I mean, it's just about mask, hand, social distancing. Well, that's the external. That's external.
Mm-hmm.
What about internally?
Internally, right. And mentally, like you said, you brought up the point. Mentally is also mental fitness is also. Yeah. I'm glad you incorporate that into your program.
Right. I mean, like what that mean? I mean, you got to get up. Don't make an excuse. Just get up. Walk around your block.
That's it. No excuses.
No excuses. Just get up and walk.
What I say, take personal responsibility.
Yes.
Personal responsibility.
Right. Yeah. And then the last note, for every action, there's an equal or greater
opposite and greater reaction. Okay, I was going to say opposite. You put greater in there. For every action, there's an equal and greater reaction. But on that note, man, I think we just said it all. We just capped it right there. So my brother, it was so nice having you on in the think tank. Like I always say, all of us should not live just regular lives. We should live extraordinary lives.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary lives means, taking care of your body, taking care of your friends, your family. I mean, we've been friends for almost 5 years now. When I first moved down to Tampa, I ran into you. We talked about fitness, and we've stayed. You've gone to Denver.
We'll never stop being friends. We'll never stop being friends.
Tampa again. Now you're back in Tampa. Good, doing mobile training and just trying to figure it out again in this COVID world. So man, thanks so much.
I'm also gonna try to get that master's program going too.
Wonderful. There you go. Yeah. No, we're gonna do that. The World Masters events. Like the last time I competed, it seemed like 10 years ago, the World Masters game. I was in Sacramento. I mean,
we'll get it back. I'm gonna get you back.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I'll be calling you for some when I'm ready. But I got to get strong first, okay? I got to eat right for a few months.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for being the think tank. Appreciate you, man. Good luck with what you do. And if I'm only a phone call away. And if you get a call from me when COVID is up, I'll be there to try to take you to the paces too. Okay, my brother?
All right, Mr. Martin Spence, I appreciate you.
My pleasure, man. You have a good one. We'll talk soon, okay?
All right, bye-bye.
All right.